Andrew has agreed to be our featured speaker for the Critical Middle East Studies Certificate Program. I wanted to let you know that thanks to the work from Dr. Palaita, we're going to be having a Critical Middle East Studies AA degree also launching, we hope, next spring. And we also have in the pipeline a Social Justice Studies AAT in Middle East Studies. But now please join me in welcoming Andrew Samuel to hear his remarks.
Need the mic.
Thank you. Thank you, Professor Muller. Thank you, faculty, for choosing me to say a few words about the program. And thank God I've already taken a Speech 1A class. Woo! I'm always asked why I'm interested in the Middle East. And usually I would give a long, boring explanation for why I love it. But thanks to this program, I can do it in one word: Orientalism. I love the movie Lawrence of Arabia. The idea of traveling through the desert on a camel or fighting with Bedouin is something that's just magical and exciting for me. The only problem was, the more I read and the more I began to learn, I began to see the other. Someone that's not so different than myself, but just so happens to live in a warmer climate. It was like a part of the wall was taken down, and I could see on the other side. What was left of this wall between myself and the other was completely smashed when I took this program. It opened my eyes to the complexity and beauty of its art, the myth and realities of the role of women, the structure of its government, and the ongoing legacy of colonialism. This program's allowed me to see others more clearly and break down more of that wall. As Edward Said says in his essay, Reflections on Exile, borders and barriers which enclose us within the safety of familiar territory can also become prisons, and are often defended beyond reason or necessity. This is a good lesson to keep in mind, especially in an age when a wave of populism and protectionism is sweeping across the world. It becomes classes like SWANA studies and all the other diversity certificates that we're here for that give individuals a chance to break down barriers and to start to know the other. My plan is to continue the Middle East studies and continue to break down those borders and barriers for myself and others. But at least I know I can still enjoy watching Lawrence of Arabia. But now I can point out every historical inaccuracy and every piece of Hollywood's orientalization. Trust me, you really don't want to watch this movie with me. Speaking of which, I feel it'd be amiss if I didn't end this speech with a quote from T.E. Lawrence. It has absolutely nothing to do with my speech, but I find it usually inspiring, and maybe it'll inspire someone else as well. All people dream, but not all equally. Those who dream by the night, in the dusty recesses of their minds, wake in the day to find that it was all in vanity. But the dreamers of the day are dangerous people, for they may act on their dreams with eyes open to make them possible.